When I think about Scott, I think about a person who is outgoing, will talk to anyone. Um, we'd be in restaurants and he would just start up conversations. Love the kids, whenever he'd see them anywhere. So just a person that wanted to, be friendly with everybody. Once he graduated from high school, he became a youth sponsor for the high school group. And that's where he was when I met him. So we just kind of clicked. And I was very happy to join him as a youth sponsor at Cypress Creek Christian Church. We got married, and we, about a month after our honeymoon, we went on a mission trip to Atlanta, Georgia with the high school youth group. And so anyway, we served in that way. And later on, we got back into the scouting, though, once we had our kids. And he came and he served as the den leader with my oldest son's group. And then when the group here, it was PAC 420 at the time, and it was Grace Church when we were here with that. He gladly took over, because they needed someone to lead the entire group. And so he led that. And he was just always, loved helping the kids, but also the adult volunteers too. He was always encouraging them. He was very good with the camping end of it and the cooking, camp cooking and stuff. And I know that he trained a lot of people on how to cook. So when we went camping with him, we always ate very well. He was a wonderful dad, and they're kind of mini Scotts in not only looks, but just their interests and stuff. They were all, I call them all my techies. They knew they could always come to him and talk to him about anything. It didn't matter what it was, and he would make time for them. He in the end, he was working at Dell up north of Austin, and he was gone during the week, but he came home every single weekend, except for one. When the boys had the flu, he decided it was in his best interest not to come home then, and I had to agree with that. But he wanted to be with his family, so he made that drive. He finally was caught in a layoff, and when he was laid off, it was over 2 years before he found another position. There was a 2-month time period in there where he had a contract job for just a little bit, but he was out of work technically for over 2 years. And it was tied in with, he didn't have a degree and stuff. And it made it very hard. We did not have insurance through his contract position. It was offered, but it was extremely expensive to the point where we just couldn't afford to do that under the current circumstances. So we were without insurance. In the afternoon on September 21st, my son Matthew, my oldest, had noticed that his dad was kind of having a hard time with some breathing and stuff. Matthew said, "Dad, we need to go to the hospital." And my husband was like, "No, let me rest. Just let me sit. We don't have insurance. It's not a good idea. I think I can be fine." And several hours after I got home, Matthew called me on his phone and told me to come to his room. My husband was in a computer chair that my son had pushed out into the hallway outside of his room, and he was breathing his breathing was very compromised. He was asking for oxygen and stuff, and we were trying to just do everything we could to get him to take the breaths that he needed to take. And then his head kind of went forward, and I think that is probably when he passed away while we were on the line with the emergency services. I always knew that I had a really good church family and really good friends and really good, place of employment. with the people I was working with and stuff, but it has been amazing in so many ways. I mean, it's from financial to the prayers. I mean, we can feel those prayers working. I feel like there's hundreds of people praying for us. It's just from the meals that have been brought to us to the just calling up to check on us. It's incredible. And it's God's hand. I can see it. I can feel it. It's amazing. So God's taking something that was a very bad, not good thing, and good is coming out of it. I mean, as much as it hurts me, with the death and stuff, good is coming out.
Jane, we love your family a lot, and there's a lot of people at our church, at Redeemer, at First Methodist Pearland that really care for you guys and want to see you guys take some good steps forward and really just continue to heal and move forward. And I know that there's still some questions, and I know that there's still some things that you guys have to work out, and there's some things that we want to do to support you through this. And so I know you guys have this ambulance bill and you don't have insurance, and we as a church want to take care of that for you guys. Yeah. We also know that Matthew has this vehicle that was Scott's vehicle that he really loves, and he wants to continue to drive, even though it may be a little old, right?
Yes, slightly.
And so we have had it looked at, and we want to get it into good driving shape for him, and we're going to take care of that too. Okay. Jane, also, we know that there is still some kind of legal questions around Scott's death, and it's with just the will and with the house, and we want to connect you with some legal counsel that we have, and we want to help you navigate that and help you walk through some of those things from this point forward. So, right, we're hoping and praying and there for you, Jane, and we love your family, and we just want to bless you. So, yeah, absolutely.